Hey guys, it's Faye and this is Day with Faye. Today I'm going to be telling you guys one of my most embarrassing stories, and I hope you don't look at me completely different after I tell it. And if by some random chance Drew from the Property Brothers is watching this video and by some chance you remember this interaction, I'm so sorry, and I promise you I'm 10 times more chill than I was at that airport. Okay. Let's start the story time. So this was about, I think, 4 years ago, and I was at the airport. It was pretty early, and I was going from JFK, which is in New York City, all the way to Jacksonville. I was with my boyfriend's, at the time, now husband's family. We went through security, and it was pretty, easy. Mike and I were way ahead of everybody. All of a sudden, we meet up with Mike's dad, and he tells us, "Hey, I think I saw the guy from the Property Brothers." And in my head, at that moment, I was like, okay, yeah, right. And then he was like, I know it was him because he was extremely tall. And then that's when I was like, maybe he did see him. I just always assumed that like celebrities, I don't know, had their own private planes and stuff like that and didn't dare book a flight with like normal civilians. So I was like, which way did he go? So he was like, oh, he went the other way. So I was like, hey, does anybody want to come with me? I'm gonna feel so much better if I could just, have someone along my side. No one wanted to come with me. I was like, you know what, he may not even be there, so it's okay. It's a pretty big airport, so I was like, the chances of me seeing him are gonna be really slim. So I go up and I see this really, really tall guy at the JetBlue like help desk. And then he turns around and I'm like, oh my God, that's him. And I wanted to run away immediately. I was like, I don't want to say hi. And I was like really confused because there's certain celebrities that build themselves up into this like really, really high standard. Like, you can't talk to me, you're a peasant level, kind of like Beyonce. People really hype her up to that level. Okay, well, Drew from the Property Brothers, he's like in homes, helping people, talking to normal everyday people. Like, this is supposed to be one of like the easiest celebrities to go talk to. And I was like, I'm too terrified to do this. I'm gonna go home. But then I was like, no one is gonna believe me that I saw him. So I have to get a picture. This has to happen. So I was like hyping myself up. I'm like, yo, I got this. It's gonna be really chill. I'm gonna go up to him. I'm not gonna be like any other fan he's ever seen. It's gonna be super chill, and he's gonna be like, man, this person's a cool person. We can be friends. That's what I had envisioned in my head. So then I get a little bit closer and I get too freaking scared. So what do? I do what natural people do. I hang out by a garbage can, trying to look natural. So the garbage can is like 20 feet away from Drew, and then I'm realizing, wait, this is very weird. So I get out my phone, I'm pretending I'm checking, but really what I'm doing is like, you got this, man. You're a cool person, like, people like to be friends with you. It's okay, like, I'm sure he gets asked for pictures all the time, like, it's not a big deal. You got this, man. It's chill, like, there's only one person talking to him. Like, you got this, it's gonna be okay. So finally, I build enough courage to talk to him. I walk up, my heart is pounding. I'm like, okay, you got this, it's gonna be chill vibes. And I think what happened is I was so concerned about being like a crazy fan that I overcorrected in a bad way. My first impression was I wanted to be chill, like, hey man, I'm not gonna cause a scene, but are you Drew from the Property Brothers? That's how I envisioned it going. But instead, I was kind of like creeping up and I was like, hey, I'm not talking loud because I don't want to cause a scene, but are you Drew from the Property Brothers? And he was like, yeah, that's me. And instantly I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. And then I tried to do small talk and it was so excruciatingly painful. Like, when I think about it, I just cringe so hard at myself. So I was like, oh, cool, so what are you doing? And he was like, well, I'm trying to get my flight changed because I don't really want to wait this long for my flight. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I've never done that before, but that sounds cool, makes sense. And then I said right after, I was like, where are you flying to? Not that I'm gonna go fly there or anything, I'm just, we're at an airport And I mean, like, I'm flying to Jacksonville and you probably never heard of that city, so I'm sure you're not flying there. And then as I was saying it, I was like, dude, what is coming out of your mouth? I was like, girl, you're supposed to be like cool, chill vibes and you're being a weirdo. And he was like, oh yeah, no, I've heard of Jacksonville. I'm actually flying to LA. And I was like, oh, cool. I've never been there. And he had this woman that was with him, either because that was also a fan who knew how to act normal around people, or it was like somebody that was like an assistant or something. And she was like looking at me very, very kind of disturbed, which I understood because I felt like I was out of my body at that point. Also looking at the interaction like in a cringeworthy way. Despite me being super freaking weird, he was able to be nice to me, you know what I'm saying? And it was really early. I remember being really tired. He looked really tired. And I was like, okay, now I've got this, it's time. And I was like, let's take a picture together. You cool with that? And he was like, yeah, of course, whatever. We took a picture. Here's that selfie. And I immediately like ran away after that. I was like, thanks, bye. Just the thing that really kills me is I was giving myself a pep talk at a garbage can like 20 feet away. Like if TSA was about to be like, someone's acting very suspicious AF, that would be me because I was acting very weird, giving weird signals. But nonetheless, it was a good experience, and I hope that if I ever run into any other celebrity that I can really embody the chillness. But like honestly, I don't know. I feel like I just can't talk, and I feel like I overcorrect trying to be chill and then I end up sounding creepy. So I'm not creepy, I swear. It was just being nervous and weird and overcorrecting that. And that, kids, is how I met Drew Scott in a very weird, cringeworthy way. Did you like this story? Was it funny? Give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Or you know, you can just click my face over here and subscribe, or maybe watch one of these videos. I'm thinking about doing some more story times. I definitely have a lot of other awkward things that have happened to me. So if you want to hear about it, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I can talk about the time that I was really fan crazy with Iggy Azalea. I can also talk about the time that somebody was secretly living inside my apartment without my knowledge. So comment down below, what do you want to hear? I got stories, I got receipts, because you know, I will show my receipts of every interaction that happened. It was real. I got you guys. So I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day, and bye.